Going?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a few updates now of the 2010 keepers. This is probably one of the best of all. It is, here you want to now switch to macro maybe? Stop it.
Okay.
So this is Rhea, and this is a 2010 Anery Motley. But I think there's something else going on with her. Usually the Motleys have that side stripe that's pretty predominant. On her it's kind of faded away and she's starting to get a lot of yellows. If you look at that tail, it's not solid black, it's like patchy black. Kind of different. So this is a 2010 female I produced here. Pure Anery and pure Motley. So just to show you what I mean by how I think she's way different, if I pull out her brother here, let's see if I can find him. Just pause it for a sec. This is her brother Melantheos. That's a real Anery Motley. That's what they usually look like. Really dark, that side stripe is really visible, nice white belly. But you can see compared to his sister, there's no way those two, they're technically the same mutation, but there's definitely something else going on with that female. So just to separate the male here for a sec, if I can, now they're all intertwined. So this guy's a 2010 from the same litter. He's the male I ended up keeping. Hopefully he'll be able to breed this time next year. Just let me put Rhea back for a sec. Just put her down in here for a second. So he's the same exact genetics, Anery Motley. You can see that really black tail. There's no browns. It's all like shades of black and gray. Anathoristic is the lack of red pigment. So you can see he's pretty dark, nice black tail, the white belly, all the signs of a Motley, but plus he's got the Anery gene. And if you want to just look over here real quick, this is one from this year. I showed it in the previous video. Same genetics. He's pissed though. Can you zoom in on him and see him? He's the exact same as this guy, Melantheos. Okay. But you can see the sister, Rhea, is like neither of them. So I don't know what it is, if it's a calico or some kind of a paradox, but it's like her pattern is just faded and erased. Not nearly as bold as this guy. So I'm gonna try to repeat that pairing next year, see what's up with that. So those are my two keepers from the 2010 Anery Motley litter. Okay, stop it. Okay, now this is the last one I'm going to show you. That's a 2010. He's got quite an attitude to him. Change that water dish here. He's a 2010. I bought him from Urban Reptile. You can see he's really small compared to those last ones I was just showing you. He's really pissy too. I've been trying to handle him as much as possible, but he'll just lash out and bite me, turn around and bite me, so I don't feel like getting bit today, so we're gonna do the gloves. You can hear he's got quite an attitude. He's gone through about 4 sheds here, so you can really see that black coming in now. It's almost like no pattern on the tail, just black and white. So he's an IMG. Some people also call it the Azabachi. IMG stands for increased melanin gene. He's a 2010, really small though. I was hoping I might be able to breed him next year. He's got a long way to go, but you can see with each shed he's getting blacker and blacker. Almost like a BCL or a Longituda. But he started out almost like a normal. With each shed he gets more and more of that black, which in turn really brings out the iridescence. You can see some blue and purple rainbowy colors on him. And just check out that belly too. Pure black. So this is a cool boa because basically it's a color changing snake. He's also pure Anery, so he never had any red pigment to begin with. So he's an Anery IMG possible het albino. So I got some wicked plans in store for him. Just look at that sheen on his belly, just the iridescence. Really nice snake, and with each shed he just surprises me more. The black comes out more, his pattern gets a little bolder. He's really interesting to watch progress, but I don't want to try to breed him too soon. I'd rather he gets some nice size going to him. And you can see that head there. Really freckly, black eyes, black nose, black tongue. One of the cooler boas in my collection. Unfortunately, he's really small for 2010. I guess urban boas there. Maybe he raises them a little slower, but compared to those two I just showed you, all my keepers, he's about half the size. Wicked mean attitude to him though. So that's Poseidon, and the next video we'll show you some more of the 2009s, 8s, 7s, and downwards, getting into the big adults. Thanks. Good? Mm-hmm. This is my other 2010 keeper from a separate litter entirely. This is a Hypo 100% het albino. This is Hyacinth, and I kept him because he had that kind of weird pattern, really cryptic pattern, opposed to the regular bow tie saddles that a Hypo would have. So he's 100% het albino, really nice pattern, and Hypo. He's a keeper from my Aphrodite by Hades litter, which was my big female Hypo paired up with my Cal albino. I was trying to prove her out, was going for some Sunglows and albinos. Unfortunately, the female possible het turned out not to be, but I ended up keeping two of the Hypo 100% het albinos. So that's Hyperion. Starting to get some fair size, pretty skinny. I'm going to try to bulk them up this year, and then maybe try to start breeding some of the 2010 males in the next upcoming season. So you can just see the really nice base colors. I kept him though because of the whacked out pattern. Plus he's 100% het albino, so should be able to prove out some cool stuff with this guy. You can see the Hypo means reduced black pigment, so it looks more red. Another line of Hypo is the salmon boas. This one's just a regular Hypo 100% het albino. Going on 2 years old in February. So just shy of 2 years old right now. Okay?
Yeah, go on.
So this is Hera. This is the brother, or the sister, sorry, to Hyperion, or Hyacinth I just showed you. She's a female Hypo, 100% het albino. Regular pattern, how it should be. The bow tie saddles. And I just kept one of each, one male, one female. So she's the girl. Show you in comparison here. She's a little bit lighter than the male, a little bit bigger already. Starting to get some size to her. Doesn't have the cool whacked out pattern. So these are both 100% het albino, Cal line. And that's as a brother and sister, so I won't be breeding them or anything, but it's just good to have double het Sunglows. So I have a male and a female of each. I produced them both, they're keepers. That's always pretty cool to say. It's going to be a while before she's breeding, but she does have a little bit more size than the male. You can see she was one of the lighter ones of the litter, which is why I held her back. Plus she's a little bit better genetic wise than her mom, because she is indeed 100% het albino. The ingredients I need to make Sunglows right here. So that is Hera. Get one more good look at her. Really nice salmon tail. Pretty nice Hypo colors, almost like her mom, a little bit lighter than her mom though. And I just love that tail, some really nice reds. Okay, stop it.